Hello everyone, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin. Bear Daughter's dead, but everyone else is still somewhat alive, and there's only one enemy left who's almost dead. I wouldn't say I'm certain that I'll make it, but there's a good chance. I'll risk it. Here we go. Okay. So first things first, get rid of all the fire surfaces. And then I will need to use a resurrection scroll on Bear Daughter. Just go there, I guess. Okay. No level ups, but Jahan's fairly close at least. This fight is a major pain. I'm hoping this kind of theme doesn't continue, but it feels like in the sort of early time, the early fights in Scythial did, where it's more of a battle with the RNG than anything else, and I don't know, it might have just been me being unlucky. I'm not willing to rule out that possibility entirely yet, but I like RNG in games like these. It makes sense, and you know, it's good that it's there. You don't have 100% prediction power over everything that's going to happen, so that's good. What I really dislike is when RNG has too much of an influence. And as I said, I'm not yet at a point where I'm willing to say this game makes that mistake. It seems a little excessive in those last few fights, but you know, I think they're just meant to be tough fights, so it makes sense that I can really, at this point, being slightly underleveled, I can really only make it if I have good RNG on my side. So it's okay, I guess. I mean, it's just annoying that you go in a fight and first turn all your guys are almost dead, and next time you go in at first turn your guys are fairly okay, even though you didn't do much different. But still, there is a lot to be done by using different tactics. Yeah, that's tactics and strategies combined. Moving differently than the last time, making maybe some pre-combat buffs and all that. Just little stuff that can really help make a difference in a fight. So it's not so bad. I noticed this a lot more in a different game I'm currently playing, and probably won't be LPing, but you know, I am playing it. It's called Darkest Dungeon. It's an early access game on Steam. I'm wondering if these totems have any significance. They have health, but I can't... They're not interactive. I could probably just destroy them and make the orcs angry, I guess. In Darkest Dungeon, it's kind of a roguelike. And I'm not certain if this is the way roguelikes are meant to be, but the RNG is just a major pain. To the point where I think how RNG should work is, you know, if you're really lucky, you'll get out of a fight and have good health, and you know, it'll have gone well. And if you have bad luck, it'll be kind of close, and maybe you'll actually have to do a lot of healing and, you know, pay attention and all that. In Darkest Dungeon, RNG, only RNG, can make the difference between coming out of a fight with more health than you went in and losing 2 of your characters permanently in the first turn. So it's a really, really massive difference whether you get lucky and, you know, oh, I hit a critical attack and the enemies didn't hit me twice in a row. Or otherwise, oh dear, I missed that guy 5 times in a row and he's been critting me non-stop. Or he's been critting the entire party non-stop. I don't know, I think that's going too far. Maybe that's the way roguelikes are meant to be. I haven't played too many of them. The ones I've played, stuff like Magicide or what was the other? Sword of the Stars, The Pit. I think those both kind of qualify as roguelikes. They weren't nearly as bad in terms of just how much difference it can make. And that thing I described in Darkest Dungeon, that's really playing with the... Nope. That's really playing with the same group setup. Actually, the second time I was slightly stronger. One of my guys had a level up. Yep. Sure. And I went in the fight against the same configuration of enemies. And the last time it had gone quite well. It had not been perfect RNG by any means. I missed a few times. The enemies had critted me once or twice, but... it was okay. And that time I went in, you know, first turn was my turn, I attacked. And then the enemies got 3 turns. And in those 3 turns they killed 2 of my guys, permanently killing them. That's half my party. You have a 4-man party, 2 of them were permanently dead. Just because one guy did an AoE which critted, the next guy did an AoE which critted, the third guy did an AoE which critted, and after the first 2 crits, 2 of my guys were already at basically 0 health, which means the next hit, or any future hit after hitting 0 health, has a chance to permanently kill them. And that's just terrible. It should, to my mind at least, in a roguelike, if you have such really abysmal RNG that can permanently kill your character progress, it should happen at a very early point in the game, and not at a point where you've invested 5-6 hours into a character, or maybe I'm overstating it slightly, but it was a high-level character. Which meant I had to do, let's say, 2 hours worth of successful gameplay with that character. Okay, that's fine, the charm failed, that's really what I was waiting for. Okay, I should keep in mind that it can actually fail. 12% chance to hit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's try charming him instead. Okay, that failed, fairly obviously. I mean, I only had about a 30% chance to succeed. Let's see, can I stun him? No, of course not. Okay, I'm uncharmed, that's good. That went okay. And yeah, it's just annoying when you lose a character that you've invested 2 or 3 hours of just farming and leveling and money and all that into. In-game money, not real money, just in case you're thinking that. But losing a character at that point to bad RNG is just a pain. In Magicite, it's sort of procedurally generated dungeons, so you can get unlucky and have a really, really terrible start. But really, as soon as you've gone past the first 2 or 3 levels, I guess, you're at a point where there's pretty much nothing that the game can throw at you that's guaranteed to kill you. It's always a case of, if you act properly and, you know, react correctly and don't do stupid mistakes, make stupid mistakes rather, everything's survivable. So at that point, yeah, sure, you can die if you're stupid, or if you're not playing skillfully, I guess. Not necessarily you have to be stupid, but, you know, you have to play a little more poorly than would be ideal, I guess. So I missed with my arrow, but the stun still went through. That's a little strange. Okay. But yeah, it should be skill-based, you know, where if you play quite well, you don't get killed by that situation. But I don't know, that Darkest Dungeon thing really annoyed me, because it wasn't that way. No matter how well I played, that first turn, just because of RNG, there was nothing I could have done. I just lost 2 characters because I had bad luck on dice rolls, and that sucks. It shouldn't be that way. I'll actually go back to my fire bow. This thing here costs too many action points for my taste. 6 action points, it's too much. it doesn't do enough bonus damage to warrant that, basically. It has a good crit chance, but I don't crit that much with it anyway, so... I don't know. Oh. Do another minor heal. I don't actually know quite why I'm going this way, incidentally. I could have gone into the entrance right here. This kind of entrance to the mine. I've unlocked the fast travel point there. Back here is the trial dungeon entrance. I think the whole point is that it's meant to be quite difficult to get there. Maybe it's not this way either. I don't know. I don't get the feeling that I'm at the wrong location necessarily, because, well, there really aren't many other locations I could go to anyway. But yeah. I don't know, I'm hoping that the fights in this section won't be like that, that it'll be fair, I guess. And I don't mind a bit of RNG, you know. If I'm underleveled, maybe I have to depend on good RNG to be able to get through the fights. But don't make it so that RNG can make the difference. It shouldn't be too massive of an influence, which some games really suffer from that, I feel. Where it's just really massively dependent on your RNG, whether you live or die.
They're almost cute when they're asleep, aren't they?
Perhaps if we're quiet, they'll stay that way.
Yes, how about we quick load? I do that quite a bit these past few episodes. I get the feeling I'm sort of not meant to be here yet, but I don't know. I've done everything in the first area, and I ended up at about level 10. I mean, we're close-ish to a level up, I guess. And now, so far I've gone the only way I could have gone, and I am underleveled by... It seems the enemies are all 2 levels above me. I am severely outnumbered in most fights. And all my usual tricks of, you know, stunning, knockdown, all that stuff, which I could usually do some ground control. The enemies have massive resistances against that, so... let me just check. For example, this Electrify, Shocking Touch thing. It says 125% chance to set stunned. And when I try to stun one of the enemies, actually... 2 different enemies, one of the armored guards and one of the just the goblin ranger. When I tried to stun them in the fight that you saw at the beginning of the episode, I had in effect a 20% chance to succeed because he needed to roll 20 or higher to resist it. So they must have a stun resistance of 100%. I'm guessing that the level difference somewhat plays into that, so I'm kind of... I don't know if I'm supposed to be here yet or not. Just... It seems like there's nothing else I can really do. There's no way to farm experience. As in, you know, there's no recurring enemies that I could keep killing over and over for more and more experience. Sorry for the yawn, I hope it wasn't too noticeable. Okay, we got some nice stuff there. Well, some money and a lockpick, I guess. It's not terribly nice. Wait, bottle of swirling mud? It's a unique item. A magical bottle filled with mud. Contains earth and water. Okay, not quite sure what to make of that, to be honest.
A dead end, a troll statue, grey gold.
Yes, but I think there is more to it than meets the eye.
Well, obviously it's not going to be a real statue. Can I use the bottle? Bottle of mud, maybe? It is a unique item. No. It didn't tell me what it did, so I think it's fair enough to quick load. Actually, I'm not going to justify myself. I am going to save scum whenever I can. It's just what I do. I'm not going to save scum to get better drops, but... You know... If an item doesn't tell me what it does, and Okay, does water do anything? Yeah, if an item doesn't tell me what it does and I use it and I have to use it to find out what it does, then I don't know. I'm guessing freezing it doesn't do anything either. No. We could do fire. Does there anything... we've passed the oral test, we know that. Okay, we know that. Fun with fungi. Okay, so when he said kill the plant life, he actually meant the mushrooms. Well, I'm not going to do that, though. Seems a little unfair. Beauty and the Beast. We met Fumble, a lonely troll. He's longing for a female companion. Maybe we can find one in town. What happens if I light this torch? Probably nothing, right? Yeah. Okay, so I can't go in here yet. That means the only way I know that I have to go is further past these level 12 goblins. Not quite sure how I feel about that. Let's go to Silverglen. Firstly, let's see if we can't find a female companion. I mean, there was a hooker, wasn't there? Might be able to convince her, you know, by paying her money. Ooh, a barrel. Nothing in there I remember. Well, nothing is not quite the right term. There's those merchant guys in there, which came from a faraway, possibly racist Indian country. I think...
Waiting for a particular... My friend returns.
Okay, I'll take my leave. That's the guy who wanted us to... get to the troll king. Actually...
My friend returns.
Okay... Fair enough, let's ask him if he knows about a miner named Ben. I think that's the guy that the merchant woman and her son came to find out about. I remember him well. A decent man, strong-backed, with something of a funny accent, no? He managed to leave Silverglen alive, but as I recall, the symptoms of rot were already upon him. Okay, what do you know about rot, then? You're a curious sort of fella. Okay, we already heard all this.
Till we meet again.
Yes. Ruby.
My friend returns.
Would you care to entertain a lonely troll? Is he a gentle troll? Would he benefit from my particular expertise, you think? It is strange, but if you're willing to pay me on behalf of your toll-taking friend, I'll be glad to keep him company, I do believe. 2,050 gold. Wow. Actually, fine, we have enough money. And I'll take that gold. Cheers, honey. I guess I'll be off to visit Mr. Troll then. He's the one closest to town, yes? At least I won't have to run far if he gets too fidgety. See you around, sweetie.
Until we meet again.
Okay, well, let's
Tell
go.
me, sweetie, do you have a son?
So unless I'm very much mistaken, we just paid a courtesan to cheer up a lonely troll. So, what's wrong with that? The fellow needed cheering, and that's what she'll do. When you put it like that, I guess you could say we performed an act of great kindness. Arguably. I'm sure there would have been another way to solve this quest. Let's just see if anything happens once Ruby gets here. I wouldn't mind a level up. We are fairly close to one on most characters. Better died in that fight, so she got less experience, but she's close, so that's okay. Ruby! Aren't you meant to, you know... Ah, there she is. I hope the waiting isn't too boring and, you know, my mindless rambling at times. Just... I don't know. I'll actually, what I'll do is... in between episodes, maybe I'll look up a guide on, you know, what order I should do things in. There's a fairly good complete solution to the game somewhere that would be quite nice to...
And so she asked, Granny, were do you have such large and hairy ears to wet Granny?
So that I can hear you better, my dear.
No, be careful, Little Red Riding Hood. It's the wolf, the nasty wolf.
And she just lays there quiet as a mouse.
Says more about you than it does about her, that.
Friend, champion of my heart, I cannot describe my rapture. A ruby you have brought me, more precious than any other on this earth. Happiness, it has returned in all its sunny glory. For this unparalleled service, I must repay you. Have it back, the fee you paid on my behalf. I didn't. Let sordid gold not stand between our friendship. My thanks, O champion of my soul, my undying thanks. Oh, the money I gave to Ruby. That's nice. I'm guessing the quest is now gone?
Let's see how long her storytelling lasts. Let's see how long it takes this woman to abandon him and cast him back into misery.
No, don't be such a... whatever you are.
Potent male like that prefers a sing-songy twig like her. Life outside Home Forest is strange, Source Hunter.
It's inconceivable.
Wow, 9 skill points.
So that I can see you better, my dear.
Her eyes and lots
Dear, oh
besides.
dear.
Lucky
Run,
son of a
Little
troll,
Red
that
Riding
one.
Hood. It's
How
the
did he
wolf,
ever
he'll
manage
get you.
Perhaps he Perhaps she sees him as a handsome prince.
I was going to give Jahan some pyrokinetic skills. So let's do that. And I guess let's level up his arrow surge. Just learn these, I guess. Small fireball and... what was the other one? Flare. Okay. Okay, you need level 13 to learn this.
Granny, why do you have such large, sharp teeth? To watch Granny. So that I can eat you!
Run, Little Red Riding Hood, run! It's not Granny, it's the wolf!
I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. Fumble and Ruby, the best of chums.
How can she stand there?
I might give Jahan Stench.
With her story.
Doesn't matter that he's got a lower attitude or that people have a lower opinion of him.
It's me!
Says more about you
I'm
than
the
it does
troll!
about her.
I'll save you, Little Red Riding Hood.
And having melee enemies less likely to attack him.
And catapulted it
It's not
right out of
bad.
the window. So Little Red Riding Hood and
Using
her
status
granny
durations
were
might
sent
also
by
be
a
interesting
brave troll
since
called Fumble.
I don't usually give him positive status effects that much.
Tell it again, oh please, Ruby, tell it again!
Zombie. Heal from poison but causes damage from regular healing. I would do this if I had someone who could spam some kind of poison attack, I guess. But I'm not certain if I have someone who can do that, so... I mean, Jahan rarely needs healing. You know what? I'll go for Stench. Just don't overthink it, just go for it.
Jealous of that cretin of a Fumble.
And so she
It's
asked,
inconceivable.
Granny,
And yet here we are.
why do you have
We
such
have only ourselves to
large
jump over, but
hairy
he gets to stare
Okay, I think we've heard all that, that story.
Her eyes and lots besides. Lucky son of a troll, that one.
Let's try to do just
How did
some
he ever
questing in
manage
town, I guess. I wouldn't mind if everyone got to their next level. I think... yeah, Charm is fairly close, Strange is close-ish. He needs another 5,500-ish. Bear Daughter is the furthest away. She's... yeah, still more than 10,000 away. It's because she died in that one fight. But... wasn't someone suspicious that Laurent knew of the rot before sending in the miners anyway? And, you know, evil person and all that.
My friend returned.
Nadia has accused you of willfully endangering miners for profit. Preposterous. What does that foreigner know about the affairs of Silverglen? You do best to do as I do, my liege, and turn a deaf ear to her insane accusations. Let's ask you some further questions. Do you remember a miner named Ben? Ah, yes, Ben, of course, one of our many noble miners, Your Grace. A smallish man, I believe he's around here somewhere, isn't he? Okay, what's rot? Dreadful business. I think we've heard that. Actually, no. Sorry about skipping the before. Actually, I can read it now. Yes, a dreadful business, that. I've been fortunate enough to avoid the sickness so far, my liege, but my heart truly breaks for the families of who've been afflicted? Fair enough. You see, my liege, when a miner has been overlong exposed to tenebrium, he begins showing certain symptoms. Gangrene about the extremities, fatigue, malaise. At first we attributed these symptoms to, well, the poor diet, laziness, and general malingering. Had we known that then what we've since discovered, we never would have continued operations. But alas, mistakes were made, and those who lost can never be brought back, no matter what that crackpot conduit would have one believe. Okay. So, at least from what he says, it seems like he genuinely didn't want anyone to die. Okay, so, the conduit, care to tell me more? My liege, you ought not concern yourself with the fraudulent leader of a crackpot cult. Really, the whole affair is an utter embarrassment to Silverglen. Some insane huckster calling herself the conduit of the goddess made her way to Silverglen at the height of the rot's hold on our miners. The people were desperate, you see. When by magic or illusion she managed to cure a handful of them of the affliction, every last one of the bunch began speaking of her as though she were some messiah. Now most of the town is taken with her little cult of immaculates, as she calls them. Fortunately for her, she disappeared shortly after her little trick, or I would have thrown her into prison and swallowed the key myself. Imagine hypnotizing an entire town with nothing more than snake oil. Okay.
Until we meet again.
So much for that, but I don't think I got an update to my quest for that, so... Flip. Silverglen. Ta-da! I'm just going to check if down this road really is too advanced for me at this point. And then if I can't find a way where I am sort of encountering enemies of roughly my own level at least, or in smaller groups, something, you know, manageable enemies, I'm going to go and read that strategy guide, which I've already gone through that for the Brachus Rex fight to see if I'd missed any obvious thing. I didn't, but yeah, just in case, and then... Oh, bird's nest.
I can only hope this might be a magpie's nest.
Wow. Looks like there's big spiders around. And yeah, I'll just check if there's any sort of advice on where to go next if I'm doing something really wrong here. I don't know. Okay, these guys are supposed to let me pass, right? In her holy name, halt! You shall not tread upon this immaculate road. Why do you refuse me passage? Has rot taken your ears? I'd say this is an immaculate road. Only those blessed with Loic's sanction may pass here. I actually did that. Ah, you have passed the test. That means you must be on your way to the true trial. Congratulations, Initiate. You're more than welcome to proceed. Do you think I'm strong enough? Actually, be on your guard though, for vicious creatures crawl upon the sands. Find the skull of stone and don't stray any further unless you wish to face foes greater than those that haunt most dreamscapes. Okay, do you think I'm strong enough? There's no shame in preparing for the goddess's trial with a careful hand, my future friend. Heed my words. You'd do well to try your strength in lesser combat before facing what lies beyond this point.
Until we meet again.
Okay, I'm not sure if that sort of dialogue changes depending on... Oh, it's a letterbox. I think this is a rabbit hole with a Oh, that's cute. It's a troll tied to a stone. Okay, just kind of looking, looking slightly ahead. That looks nasty. I don't know if that dialogue was them telling me it's too early or just... Oh, it's done. Or just them telling me... Point is, I don't know if the dialogue that I've just gotten, you do well to train first. I'm not certain if that's their way of saying you're too weak or just a generic response that they always give. I'm just going to quick save and see. I mean, I guess I could just slaughter all of these guys, but nah.
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
What? Peter Lee's sword? I get the strong feeling that this is some kind of joke, but I'm currently not getting it. For Peter Lee, made in Japan. I don't know. I really don't know. This is probably a joke, but if you know what it's about, tell me. Okay, someone has been able to kill a troll.
I suppose we'll be spared the troll toll this time around.
Better a toll than being spun into dinner.
Yeah, I do sense a spider theme coming up. And an autosave. I'll just quickly, peek my nose in here and see what else to face.
Dust. What happened to the lush forest of Lacuna?
These high plains seem a far more treacherous landscape.
Okay, let's just see if this guy's an enemy or not.
Look who it is.
Out of the way, human scum. Your stink is making my eyes sting. Who or what are you? I wouldn't make an enemy of Kadarathgath Pigskin unless you fancy being swarmed by the legions of eight-legged friends I have at my beck and call. If you're interested in purchasing the finest goblin wares in Rivellon, I prefer you go somewhere your stench can't insult me. What do you sell then? Oh, you sell a lot of stuff. Let's see if there's anything good among it. Tormented souls. Okay. Oh, wow. Crossbow +1 lockpicking plus... Whoa. Requires strength 8. I'd switch Battletoad back to not using crossbows anyway, so... wow. He is selling expensive things. But they also seem really good. I guess I'll keep him in mind. There's nothing I really want to buy right this instance, but...
So long.
Oh, Ralphie?
Shut up.
Oh, wait, you can talk to Ralphie. Oh my, oh my, oh my. You can speak. Oh dear, oh gracious. Oh Ralphie, Ralphie, Ralphie. This is your luckiest day of days. Psst, friend, you must help me. Oh goodness, oh dear, I beg you. This goblin you see before me, my so-called master, he's a cruel and ruthless beast. This may be my only chance to seek help, so I won't waste a moment. Okay, he wants me to kill the goblin. Let's... I guess let's do it. Why does that make us consider it?
Shut up.
Move it, you idiot beast, or I'll rip the flesh from your hide.
I'm guessing we get a fairly nasty negative effect when we're in this this place, so I'm going to try and walk out of here and then attack him. So we don't have that effect anymore. Okay, we do not. No.
So long.
Okay, I'm not sure if this was a mistake, but I've quick saved, so I'm willing to quick load. You've frozen someone. You appear to have about 1 billion action points per turn, but fair enough. Buff? I should have done that to Bear Daughters to unfreeze her. Anyway. Oath of Desecration. He's level 15, but I am doing reasonable damage. Even though my hit rate is quite low. 38%. It's quite pathetic, really. Can't unfreeze anyone as far as I'm aware. He's probably going to be even more immune against my skills than previous enemies, and I am... Why am I still slowed? Oh yeah, he actually hit me with a slow effect, that makes sense. Just don't do anything then, I guess. Okay. I'm willing to concede that this might have been a mistake. Let's put down a fire elemental. Okay, at least I hit once. Can't do much against Bear Daughter being frozen, I think. I can summon an ice elemental, though. You know, just have him surrounded. The episode will be a little longer, I hope you're okay with that. I don't want to cut right now, because I'm not going to record the next episode right after this one. I'm going to check, see if there's anything in the strategy guide I've missed or something, you know. Okay, so he took exactly 0 damage from the fire. That was good. And he took 0 damage from the ice as well. Is he just immune against elemental damage? Okay, that was the attack of opportunity by Strange, so that did something. Just did an ice surface and stunned my fire elemental called Avatar of Shadows. Okay. I'm going to put this to the test and give him some poison damage. Okay, so he's immune against that. He doesn't have attacks of opportunity, which is nice. My hit rate is abysmal, so how about I just try and get out of the ice. And take a swing. Okay. 38%. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, just do this triple shot thing. Nice, 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 nice. It calculates just one chance. Actually, no, I think it's just because it's skill. It's a skill, not a standard attack. It's guaranteed to hit, so that was quite good. Does anyone need a heal? Not yet, anyway. So I'll just conserve my action points. I'm going to guess that you are going to be useless. Both of my elementals, actually, I'm going to suspect are useless. Okay, he's got large healing potions, but it's okay. I'm hoping not to overextend the episode too much. It just might happen, though. This is a tough fight. You bless Strange. So that he actually has a chance to hit. And I guess, no, let's not do that. Let's try and weaken him, even though I've got the feeling that it'll fail. Yep. Can I see what his saving throw was? Yeah. I had a 5% chance. Even though this says 135%, he must have a 130 points of weakness resists, I guess. My chance to hit is also really terrible on Bear Daughter, but oh well. Jahan, try stun. Okay, 0 damage, so he actually has a fair amount of immunity. Okay, just do a regular heal then. Yeah, I guess it'll be just a bit of a longer episode. I think I still have a chance to apply the bonus status effects of my elemental attacks. So I might be able to freeze him, for example. So that's why I keep attacking him, even though the elementals actually don't do anything. Good, those freezes both failed. Jahan is slowed again, and he did an attack on Strange. He's been immune against everything so far, so... I'm just going to conserve points. No! Misclicked. Stupid animations. Oh, nice, a crit. Jahan, I guess conserve your points. You... attack. And attack again. You see, it keeps saying fumbled on applying chilled, which to me indicates that at least I am still trying to apply chilled, so it might work. Ouch. Leave Bear Daughter alone. Ouch! I said leave her alone. You nasty, evil creature. She's still alive, but barely so. Wow, he just did like 3 attacks in a row after already having moved. I don't think I can do much against him though. I'm just going to summon this guy. Right here. I think he might have standard physical attacks, so those might actually do some damage. Oh! Now he has attack. Oh, he switched to a melee weapon. I guess that does make sense. Whack him. And whack him again. Yeah, if you move away, you just get attack of opportunity anyway, so... Okay. At least you're still alive. I definitely want a strong regenerate on Bear Daughter. It probably won't help much, but you never know. And let's attempt to set a stun. Yeah, that obviously failed. Doesn't even say how good his chances were. Okay, 54% chance to hit. Bam! That was nice. Okay, sorry for the long episode, but yeah. You did it! Hero, friend, ally, and patron. You've saved my hide 1,000 lashings, and for this I'll shout your praises. Yes, shout them! Why? Because I'm free, Warlock! Friend, I can think of no other than you who deserves this precious piece of information. I'll now reveal the goblins' greatest weakness, the way to topple every last one of them. Goblins can be crafty and shrewd, my friend, but in matters of superstition they are simple as snails. They'll abide every last directive given by the totem that stands in the middle of their village, from run in circles till you collapse, to drink a carafe of hemlock. Some say the totem is possessed by a powerful demon, but I've seen the village shaman creeping off to a little cave on the outskirts of the village, and shortly after he creeps, a certain goblin-y voice comes hissing from the totem. Whoever has access to that cave, friend, controls the village. This much I know for certain. Oh, this is brilliant! For my part, I'll make my home and fortune elsewhere, north to the Phantom Forest, where I'll be safe from whip-wielders and brittle yankers forevermore.
Shut up!
That's nice. And also, a nice piece of information. Did he? Oh, he dropped a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry for the really way too long episode. I'm going to pick up everything anyway, though. As I said, I'll read up a strategy guide after this to, you know, see what can be done. I had 2 level ups and I can talk. Another innocent has fallen. Consider it target practice, for there isn't a true... No, let's just be, you know... What's that? Compassionate. Yeah, let's be compassionate. Okay, I'll do the level ups and all that next time. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.